They're talking about the election, and the government is not doing anything to make sure that the students are back to school. As students of strike, nobody is giving a damn about them. They are not working. Those in charge of the deep state of Nigeria, let them even decide that they want an election, not just the masses. Because I can smell the wrath as a political player.
What kind of rats do you smell? Because I've heard people say, several people have, also mentioned the fact that we need to be deliberate about having the 2023 elections and not having, a situation where the election is scuttled by any means. Some people have said there are plots to extend the current administration, even though the president by himself has stated clearly that he has no plan to exceed 1 day at the expiration of his tenure in 2023.
You see, the environment has to be conducive for you to conduct an election. People are afraid to worship their supreme creator. People cannot be protected worshiping the creator of heaven and earth. So how can you even guarantee them that when they come out in their millions to vote, that they are protected? Security issues. This government must address the security issues before even 2023 election. Of any government that is what it owns is to make sure that life and property is secured. It is only then that there will be free movement of people, enterprise, and even foreign investors can meet. Like then, your citizens can take their work to the bank. Anything any leader is telling people now, they don't even beat you. Apart from the security issues, I don't even see anyone scoring 60% performance going by the way our constitution is configured. 1999 constitution remained a fraud forged on the people of the country, and nobody is saying anything about it. If you want to copy, I have said it severally, you copy very well and give credence to the person you are copying from. We are assumed to be running a federal system of government. Go to America, where federal system of government is being run. Is it the same way that we are operating here, that they are operating here? How can you be running a federal system of government, the local government that is the most important layer of government, type of government, closest to the people, are being regulated to the background? Are being regulated to the background? So how do you go about that? Are being regulated to the background? The local government must be given the audacity, they must be given the freedom, they must be given the constitutional right, unhindered access to their funds to operate, because they are the closest to the common man. So these things are not in place. Everyone is talking about election. There is nothing wrong discussing about election.
Well,
we also want the election to hold. But the fact is that the present administration rather, is not doing up to 20% to guarantee that election taking place successfully. And I can say it anywhere, any day, anytime. I'm on air, and I know that.
Well, Chief, a lot of people would argue, especially those in the government, saying that, well, this situation didn't begin with this administration, and this administration has done a lot. I mean, the president had at some point mentioned that he's living Nigeria better. He would be leaving Nigeria better than he met it. With the way that things are going, the reports of the president's convoy being attacked in Katsina yesterday, the Kuje prisons being attacked in Abuja, and all other attacks across the country. As we speak today, the people who are still in captivity from the train attack, the Abuja-Kaduna train attack, they're still in captivity since March. Where do you see things going with the fact that the APC is asking for an extra time, and the extra time they're referring to is, Nigerians giving them a second chance, giving them another chance. People say, well, everybody deserves a second chance. Nigerians, the APC asking for Nigerians to vote them again come 2023. Do you see that the APC would be able to turn things around, going into the next election if they're able to secure, the presidential seat in 2023?
For me, I really want to say it's a total failure in the sense.
What are the indices to back that up?
Pardon?
What are the indices to back that up?
The indices to back it up is that, for goodness sake, if you cannot help a man, allow a man to remain at the condition you met him instead of worsening the condition. The indices are all over the place, and if I start mentioning them, from security, from the cost of living.
Global issues at the moment, the US.
No. They are not global.
There are global issues in the US and the UK and Europe.
Hold on, my guy. Hold on. They are not global in the sense that in Ghana, the university lecturers are not on strike. Running up to 1 year now. They are not on strike. They are not on strike. When somebody is not patriotic, when somebody is not sincere, you have leaders that are not patriotic, they are not sincere, the project will become a failure. I am not speaking for the former president. I'm not speaking for PDP. For me, even the two parties, this is the first time I am being blunt like this. As a political administrator that has been able to involve in an inter-party relationship, I'm not supposed to be out on any political party, but it has gotten to our neck. Nigerians are dying. They are in a critical situation, and they say you don't reinvent failure and governance. Yeah, for goodness sake. For how long have the ASU been on strike? They have been on strike for months. It will be total insanity for any parents, any student, any citizen of this country to keep on reinventing failure by voting for any person, any group of person, or any political party that is insensitive to their plight. Nigeria cannot continue this way. We cannot continue this way. This is not the dream of the founding fathers of this nation. At times, I'm dropping out. I was born and brought up in the West, Yoruba to be precise, in Lagos. It is a different thing for you to be hungry and you see somebody to give you food. And somebody can still be hungry and another person will offer you. Nigerian citizens must get to the level that even when they are hungry, they will see food and reject the food if the food is not coming from the right source. I am not among those that will tell you or that will preach to others that when they bring money, collect the money. No! Reject the money, to hell with them and the money.
Chief Eke,
hello. Why are you accepting it again?
And my governor, Samuel Otom, his own convoy was attacked. And that tells you the level of insecurity the older Nigerian is facing. Because if those dead devils have the heart and the liver to attack a presidential convoy that have so much security, sophisticated, weapons, they had the mind to attack them, and we learned that 2 police officers lost their lives. It is something that calls for prayer. Report that Kuje Correctional Center was also under attack, and there's some criminals who are being released in Abuja. Being the seat of power, is not safe. But meanwhile, I want to quickly say, my prince, that in Nigeria and in Africa, especially in West Africa, a government, a political party can do, but other options will not make themselves available properly, because the way things are going, the PDP, which is opposition, they are not putting their house in order, and even the Labour Party are not sure what will happen because they are popular on social media. They are not popular off social media, and I'm worried because the PDP that should have provided alternative, they are not serious.
Thank you, taking me for calling. We'll bring in more callers before we return to my guest. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, here, Natural Prince.
Good morning, Engineer Femi.
I greet you specially. Your shoes shine, your teeth white, your guest has wisdom, and your shirt's white, your face show. It's sad, really. When we complain about a primary school boy kidnapped somewhere, a woman kidnapped and raped in the farm, a farmer kidnapped, killed, attacked, farmland taken away, we say it is just numbers. We talk about governors being attacked, Zulu and Co. we say it's not it, it's this, it's that. Now the president is being attacked. For me, I'll tell you what the president will always tell you. Do not believe people that are trying to paint the president black. They are not patriotic people. The attack did not happen. Nobody was shot. Nobody died. The news has to be investigated. It is fake news. Or it is politically motivated, the attack. You know, all those stories that take care of citizens that we have failed to maintain. Now, to show you that we do not have intelligence gathering, we do not have action, we do not have political will, prison break is not the first one. And the people that have escaped since in Benin, in the other states, have not been recaptured. Now, what have we done to prepare deterrence to other people so that it will never happen again? Nothing. And that's why it emboldened them, and then they went to Kuje and they took everybody. 90% of the prisoners who escaped, 90%, except the big ones, Abba, Carry and Co.
Engineer Femi,
yes? But the correctional officers that live around us, these correctional officers that live around us told us numbers clearly.
Well, we're working with the official figures released by the
So some people escape.
Service.
Okay, let's say some people escape and they are not found and they cannot be found. You see why they can do this? Because when we capture terrorists, we don't show their faces, we don't tell us who their names are, we don't take them to court so that we can see their faces and hear their cases. We hide them and say we are putting them in prison. So when they look at it, they say when we escape, nobody will also know our faces. And that is why what we are doing is counterproductive.
Right,
May God help us to say the truth and to stand for the truth at all times. God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. It's good to have you.
Thank you very much. You see, okay, now we have admitted that even terrorists were caught, only that they are not showing their face. Before, we have been hearing that because the terrorists have been giving people, they are not even, they are not being arrested, nobody even, the convoy being attacked. Yes, it's a pathetic situation. I do admit that we have challenges, most especially insecurity. But I will continue to say this. Is this the best approach to our problems? The answer is no. Then talking about Buhari, Buhari has suffered several attacks. Even before he became president, he has always been a target because they know who he is. You understand? So I can even bet you that even this is attack, it's a blessing in disguise. How do I mean? I think the security architecture now will now have to at least maybe ginger of they should be up to their game. Even the Mr. President himself will now sit down. If he is not aware of Nigeria, at least I'm sure he'll be aware that now his convoy was attacked. You get my point? I remember vividly during the time of Jonathan, during fasting, this same Buhari escaped bomb blast twice. You get my point? So it was not a news then that time. Are you listening to me? See, my worry is this. The way we are approaching our problem in Nigeria, the way we tend to politicize everything in Nigeria, that is just my worry though. I think this is the time people should talk meaningfully. If really you have a better advice, if you have a way out, please bring it on board. Enough of this, what do we call it, big grammar and whatever, that does not really help us. See, as for Kwankwaso and
Clemens, quickly.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for calling. Now, Chief AK, I'm sure you listen to some of our callers. A lot of Nigerians are.
I am.
Yes. How would you respond to the issues that some people have raised concerning the governance? Some people actually believe that, look, this thing should not be politicized. These things happened. They've happened before. This is not the first time we're seeing the situation. And there are other issues, other ways that this administration has tried to help Nigeria. Some of the policies may have fallen flat, but they've done, what they felt was right to fix this country. And some of us also believe that some policies may not begin to yield fruits now. They're long term. And when these things begin to happen, Nigerians will be grateful for this administration looking at the infrastructure and, long-term policies that the administration has put in place to ensure that graft and the rest would not continue. How do you respond to that?
Like I told you earlier, and I keep on repeating it, because Nigerians have not taken, we have not learned from our lessons. When you talk about politicizing everything, it is not really that way. We know that every human being is a political animal, but there are issues that must be addressed devoid of policies. Am I communicating? In every government, there should be what we refer to as continua, because government and governance is about continuity. Continuity or continua in the sense that when you meet a project, and that project, you try as much as possible to make sure that it's completed. You don't think about who will take the glory, because it is a collective effort. But we keep on having a situation whereby when new people come in, they will abandon projects and they will concentrate on other things. The art of governance is not rocket science, because even the international organizations like the United Nations, the World Bank, they have templates. Once you template, you will even arrive at your destination. We were discussing some years ago about MDG. Today, nobody's talking about Millennium Goal. It's now about sustainable. There is a total guide, or majorly as a guide to your budgeting. At the end of the day, you will see that you are doing well. You will be doing no less than 80-70%, which is a good mark. This is sincerity of purpose. We do not have selfless leaders here. We have leaders that are after their own pocket. We have leaders that are just selfish in nature. We have leaders that cannot be accountable. They are not transparent to the people, or with the people, or in governance. So what you have is always total failure. Leadership is not meant for everyone. At times you have people that are gifted. At times you have people that have learned on the job. But then above all is that the person should be somebody that have great level of discipline, integrity, passion for service. Because when you have integrity, that is all it encompasses. It comes from the word integrate. That is the major factor that integrates other factors of leadership for you to be able to produce a good leader. And you have to do it selflessly, knowing fully well that at the end of the day, the rewarder in heaven, the creator of heaven and earth, will reward you. Oh yeah, people tell me what will a leader at the end of the day do with $1 billion, $10 million? What are you going to do with it? How many years do you have to spend on that? That's why the white men don't see us as people who are really deserving to be among the living, because of the way we treat our own people. You bring in a foreign investor in this country. Once the person is coming in, you will just appoint a Nigerian, without from as the chairman. If the investor is willing to pay the workers maybe 100,000 naira a month, it is the same Nigerian that will tell you why pay them 100,000 a month. Pay them 30,000 is enough for them. Bring 20 for me and keep the rest 50. Of course, as an investor, the person wants to make more profit, because business is about profit maximization. While governance is about interest balancing and the welfare of the people, the security of the people. You go to Ghana, you go to Togo, you will not see foreign investors coming there to hold their indigenous, their nationals, for 1 month, talk less of 2 months, 3 months, but here, you will see them owing Nigerians for 6 months and nothing will be done about it. Take a bottle of Coca-Cola here and go to Togo. You will see that the quality is not the same. What is Standard Organization doing? What is other organizations that are the Consumer Protection Council, what are they doing? The same way that we treat ourselves, our people in the Niger Delta without regard, without complying with international laws. They don't do it in Gabon, where they exploit oil. They don't do it in other nations, even African countries, where they exploit oil. our leaders, their insincerity of purpose. Majority of people that are in position of leadership have no business being there, and that is one thing why we are where we are.
Chief Eke, we're back in the circle, and people are talking about restructuring again. Where do you see, if we want to restructure this country, what do you think? Where do we start to restructure this? How do we start to restructure this country?
A lot of voting to do. That's why when I was speaking, I have a lecturer in life, even the one I'm talking to you. If I start interacting with you, as time goes on, there are one or two things I must speak from you, and I will just be using it to better my side. Because when you talk a SWOT analysis of every human being, you look at of his strength and his opportunity, you leave his strength and weakness alone. My former told me that if you want to copy very well, just give credence to that person you have copied from. They copied our federal system of government from America. Are we operating a federal system of government? The answer is no. We are operating a unitary system of government, calling it federal system of government. If we just operate a federal system of government in its entirety, and what does that imply? You cannot tell me you're a governor, you are not in charge of the security. In your state, what are you governing? Just run to Abuja every month end with your begging plate. Governors that have not paid salary for more than 1 year, pensioners have not been paid, and he's using state money to look for a way to get a better, higher pedestal politically, starving the people, going on holidays. I cannot be a governor, and I will be taking my salary when the workers have not been paid. That is the greatest witchcraft and wickedness you can see from any leader. So when you talk about restructuring, a lot, the constitution we have now though is not close to a federal system of constitution. It's not close. There are a federal system of government, the national, the federal has no less than 7-8 items to deal with. It has to do with foreign affairs, army, external things. But a whole lot of things have to do with the state and the local government. What business do a lot of people have to come and crowd in Abuja? Like El-Rufai said, it is not everybody that's supposed to be in the federal capital territory because they don't have business coming here. But the way it is configured now, everybody must be